What's up, dudes and dudettes? It's your man ODevanB broadcasting live from the Butt Cave, and tonight I'm bringing you something a little different. I've got two blasters here from the Air Force, Whammo's Air Force line. What I've got is the Quickfire and the Stinger. Or excuse me, the Quickfire Shock Brigade and the Stinger. Neither one of these obviously are Nerf blasters. They retail for $5 a piece, and I found them at the Five Below. Actually, two separate Five Belows, a couple months apart. I've had this one. I've been sitting on it for a while, and I went to a different Five Below in my area and found this one recently. And so I purchased them both, and they both just kind of been hanging out, waiting for. I guess they're just due. Now, one thing I will say is I do not know much about these blasters at all. I've done literally no research about them or their capabilities or their other people's opinions on them. So I have really nothing coloring my take on this. I'm literally going to unbox these, and that will be my first experience, period, with these blasters. I will say this, being the fact that they are not Nerf blasters, I am going to take some extra precautions tonight. I have some Nerf eyewear here, the Vision Gear, that I am going to don for the use of these because I don't know what's going to happen, and I want to protect my peepers. These Vision eyewear, or this Nerf eyewear was on sale at Target for $6 the other day, and so it's usually, I think they retail at like $7.99, and so I purchased a pair because these ones look a little larger than the normal ones, and I figured that they might fit my big dumb head a little better. Ooh, yeah, that's slick. Alright, so, and this also came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elite darts, so that's kind of cool. Maybe what we'll do is we will use those elite darts in one of these blasters to see how it fires elites. We'll have some handy here, which is rare for me to be prepared. So I'll go ahead and I'll start. I guess I am personally most interested in this this Quickfire Stinger, so that's the first one I'm going to unbox. And I have my handy dandy Gerber tool here. And judging right away off the top, the front of the package, this is an open-faced package. It does look like it's going to be one of those kind of pains in the butt to get into, but it's got a range claim. It says it fires over 30 feet. There's really not a lot of other information on the box other than we have some instructions here where it says load dart in barrel, pull back handle, and pull trigger to fire. So I guess it's assuming that we've all had experience with air-powered blasters before, and is not going to go into too much detail about how to do this. So hopefully, this looks like this is just a couple little twisties in here. Wow, that was super easy to get into. Oh man, that for a blaster that size, that is incredibly light. So I, right off the rip, do not have any high hopes about this. Wow. Okay, so the priming mech, literally by pulling back on this, it's doing something to the internals. This is obviously not the plunger rod itself. There's something else in there doing that. So looks like we've got some darts here. And we'll set that off to the side. These darts are hard plastic tip, cheap, large yellow foam. Yeah, judging by just having these fresh elites here, these are not super great quality darts. But, you know, here goes nothing. There is not a dart peg down in the barrel here. Let's see. Maybe that would fire 30 feet. I don't know. Let's try it with this elite. That's handy. I mean, for what it is, it's shooting relatively straight. You guys will get a better take on the firing of this thing when we get to the butt range. But so far, I don't know. This is definitely very cheap plastic. There's a really kind of sticky, you can hear it, kind of sticky trigger. It really grinds my gears, or I guess it grinds its own gears. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, this, like I said, this is really lightweight, definitely real creaky, squeezy kind of plastic. This thing, I think if you gave it a good solid yank, it would come clean off the back of here. So not a whole lot. I didn't really expect much from this, but it did not surprise me. We'll go ahead and pop open this Shock Brigade. This one looks kind of interesting. This one's certainly more a gimmicky blaster. No range claim that I can see, so that's interesting. On the back here, it's explaining the different parts of the blaster, the handle, the trigger, the hand grip on the front. It's calling the darts bullets, which is something that Nerf used to do, so I guess I'm not really too offended by that. Although you will see internet warriors and the Reddit types and whatnot complain about, well, in fact, I think even Coop had a video the other day about they're darts, not bullets, like, which, whatever, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And we're also saying a rear sight, the front swivel handle, the swivel sighting device, pull back, load and launch, squeeze, trigger to blast. Okay, so those are pretty straightforward directions on how to use this guy. This one seems like this is a little bit sturdier twist tie, so this may require a little bit of fandangling to get into. And no, that was pretty easy. Alright, so we've got kind of a ratchety front handle. That's pretty sweet. So you've really got the option between kind of, oh, well, I don't know, maybe now it's up in there, it's up in there. It's up in them guts. Alright, so you kind of got the option of a little SMG kind of guy, or to rock this as a pistol. We've got a little flip up sight, kind of similar to how like the lock and load sight works, although it doesn't seem like priming it turns it up. We've got kind of a rear Maverick style prime. And I don't know, while this blaster does feel, well, it's about the same weight, even a little heavier than this one. It's definitely maybe a little bit better quality plastic in that there's like some kind of variations between like the grip. We've got this like kind of textured handled grip. I've got a pretty big hand, and my hand fits on that grip fairly well. Certainly a little better than that, although that's not terrible either. That's a little uncomfortable the way it juts forward at the bottom. But as a whole, not an awful grip. That sound of the spring just does not seem super great. We do have a dart post down in there, so maybe that we've got, that might be an indication that there's an air restrictor that's kind of blocking the airflow there. So maybe what we need to do is go ahead and remove some of these, I don't know, cheap, man, these just look cheap, kind of cheapo, and they are, man, just stupid suction darts. I hate these darts that have this kind of like neck of a peg on them, because these invariably break off, a couple fires, and these will probably, if we make it through the firing test of the butt range without breaking one, I will be surprised. That being said, lick it to stick it, and Kakarooski, let's use the sight, why not? Ooh, that wasn't too bad. My television is about 10 feet away from here, and it's stuck right in the center of that. That's actually surprisingly better than I thought it would be. So I do think we are engaging an air restrictor by setting a dart down into it. We've got these kind of like side pipes on the side that are straight dart storage, so that's kind of cool. They hold the elites just fine. This is kind of an interesting blaster. I figured far more poupée than it really is. Let's pop an elite in it. Ooh, the elite sinks real well into it. It's alright. So kind of a twangy sound coming from the spring, kind of like when you have a worn out long shot spring or something. A little But that's, you know, not that big a deal. Being that this is kind of a smaller blaster, I didn't really expect it to have the strongest of springs. Let's go ahead and put one of the darts from the other one. Oh, okay, that definitely did a little something. Let's do that again. That was kind of cool. Oh, man, I just knocked over my copy of The Force Awakens. All right, so yeah, that's all right. This blaster is right out of the package, performing a little better than I thought it would. But you know, the rhyme and the reason comes at the butt range. So we'll go take it over there and take this one over there and see how everything works out. Okay, guys. So we've got the couple blasters set up here, and you know, a little pile of darts. I even went ahead and grabbed a couple. We got a couple random taggers here that are well worn. In fact, that tagger end's even coming off, but just to kind of give some more ammo to try out. I've also got a couple right out of the package Bleam Group darts, just handy, so I grabbed them to kind of throw in the pile. What else do we got? I've got, these also came from Five Below. This is a package of Ultra Foam Shot. It's 16 darts. I kind of like these. Fowler had actually given me the 411 on these. They have them at the Dollar Tree, and these are great kind of cheapo darts to play with your front-loading blasters. I think that they fire really, really well out of the, the barrel break. But they also, you know, like the Maverick and stuff like that, these darts work really well. They're really cheap alternative. I don't know if just say really well, but they are a decent alternative, cheaper dart that you don't really care so much about losing or sacrificing to the dart gods. So they have them at the Five Below for $1.50 a pack, but you can also get them at Dollar Tree for $1 a pack, $1.07 after tax. I've also got a random Boomco, or not Boomco, Busby dart here just because it was in the pile when I grabbed the taggers. So let's go ahead and we'll give this one a go with a couple of the stock darts that it came with. And just take some shots at randomly over here. That was a pretty good shot. So I mean, it's definitely getting there. Of the two, this blaster has maybe a little more promising power. You know, the cheap plastic in the blaster aside, I think maybe with a spring upgrade and maybe an AR removal, this might be a decent little, albeit goofy sidearm. I don't know if I'd be willing to put the time and effort into modifying a blaster that is at its core kind of a cheapo, but then again, I don't know. Let's try a couple of these taggers in here. It seems to do really well with the darts that sit past this little tooth in the barrel, so I suspect these might kind of weak, but that may again be the fact that these are pretty well used taggers. Yeah, that's not really getting much distance. I'm going to try this Busby dart in here because it's kind of a higher quality suction dart. Yeah, okay shot. Here, and we've got one of these Bleam Group darts. Let's try that out. Not bad. All right, so I don't hate that blaster. Let's try the Stinger. I'm gonna, let's go with the stock ammo first. These are those hard tip, plastic end kind of cheapos. How weird is that prime? Like, you would think that that whole handle would come back and catch, but that is not the case. All right, it got there. I doubt that because this is 20 feet from here to the targets. I suspect that 30 feet is kind of an exaggeration on the range claim of this blaster. Oh man, that did not fire those ultra foam shots well at all. Here's a Bleam Group dart. It's okay.
That's with an actual Nerf Elite. Let's fire a couple taggers. Nope. I think that was more the dart, but then again, yeah, those are not good shots. And one more with the stock dart. It seems to work best with its stock ammunition. Actually, here's one of the stock darts that came with the other Air Force blaster. All right, so let's go back to the butt cave and do our little final analysis.
So easy peasy lemon squeezy. All in all, this is probably going to be kind of a quick video because there's not really a whole lot I can say about a couple of $5 blasters. They're okay. If you, I kind of like to buy this kind of stuff because I think like I'm going to find that holy grail of strange like blaster that somehow snuck through the safety regulations and came out being a, oh, speaking of, I don't need these anymore. Oh, wow, that's so bright in here. I'm going to put them back on because, wow, that was, wow. My recording light literally just like erased my brain. It was kind of like hitting the reset button on a Nintendo Entertainment System. But I always buy these kind of cheapo blasters, or at least hunt down cheapo blasters like this in the hopes that I'm going to find that like anomaly in the blaster world where it's like the like one of these guys, that like who would have thunk that this would end up being such a highly sought after, highly awesome modifiable blaster. I'm looking for one of those, the next one of those or whatever, I don't know really how to word that, but, I had hopes for this one. I thought there's the potential of there being like a really nice plunger tube in here. And I was really hoping this would be like the plunger tube in the draw. I guess we're going to have to open it up, although that seems like it's easier said than done. But to see what's going on in here, but completely different internal system than I suspected it would have. I noticed that by priming it. This guy, for all the gimmicky, goofy outside stuff, all in all, like not a completely terrible blaster. This thing's kind of dumb, but then again, I don't know. It especially for a small person, that's kind of cool. The flip up sight's basically useless, although I would be a liar if I didn't say that I wouldn't try to jimmy this off here and stick it on my lock and load to see if that even works, because my lock and load doesn't have one of the flip up sights. So if I had to, I guess if I had $5, or if you had $5 and we're saying, hey, which of those two blasters would you spend your $5 on? I would buy this one over that one. And if you said, I have $5 to spend on a blaster, what should I get? I would tell you, save an extra $2 or whatever it is and buy a Jolt. Although I don't know, maybe Jolts are not $7, but I'm pretty sure I saw one for $7 the other day and was like, what? But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got on the Air Force Stinger and Shock Brigade. If you have any comments or if you have any experience with these blasters, please let me know in the comments section. Go check out my new Facebook Nerf page. It's facebook.com/group/ODevanB Nerf. So I'll put a link in the description box, but if you're doing the Facebook thing, a lot of people have already, that often comment on my videos, have already joined the group, or I've kind of forced to join the group. So, but if you're interested in any more content, I've been kind of uploading some other stuff, some photos and little video clips and stuff that I haven't put on YouTube, or maybe I haven't done any of that. Maybe. I think I ended up doing the Nerf dog thing. I posted in there first and then ended up posting up onto YouTube anyway. But I will be posting, probably other little clips and stuff that I don't post on YouTube. I guess I did post some Strifle stuff on there. I'm literally talking to myself now. So yeah, check out the ODevanB Nerf Facebook. Also, go check out Bob did a couple thrifting videos. He joined the Cool Kids table, and so I really like the stuff that he found. I like the way that he words stuff, and Bob is like a encyclopedia of foam flinging information. So Go check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description box to his stuff. And as always, man, this is Evan B saying peace and hair grease. Thanks for watching. Nerf on, much love, and have a great night. Gave others a target to aim at, only to disappoint. You will glimpse the vastness of space.